capital is more important than making money. You want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downsides at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's live futures education and training broadcast. We are an outreach of American Dream Trading, which was founded by, created by, owned by, managed by, and even incorporated into a legal corporation for over 5 years by Chad Christian. And we call him Coach because he helps us navigate the muddy waters of everything investing, such as stock options, crypto, and my personal favorite and the focus of this broadcast, futures trading. Glad you all could be here with us today. My name is McC, one of the many moderators here at American Dream Trading, working full-time to bring you quality education and training in regards to anything investing. And that's what we do here. We are an education and training company, and we pride ourselves in helping others to acquire the skills that they need to successfully day trade, swing trade, long-term investing for income, you name it. If it can be invested in and money generated from it, Coach educates us on how to do that. And we're glad you could be here with us. You know the routine. If this is your first time being here today, ask you click that subscribe, like, share this feed button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so that you do not miss any of our upcoming broadcasts. And speaking of broadcasts, we are live 3 times daily, Monday through Friday. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm live from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have our aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. That starts at 4 p.m. Eastern. Upon conclusion of all of our live broadcasts, they are automatically posted over on that YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, where you will also find, for absolutely free, over 2,800 training videos that you can watch at your leisure. So make sure you check that out, and make sure you click subscribe to our YouTube channel also. Again, it's called, as you guessed, American Dream Trading. We've been watching gold here. We've been trading this up, and we're trading it down. Our members are just rolling in the dough today. They've had account changing days today just from trading a few different things. The Dow, the Russell, and gold were very popular with our members. Even oil had a really nice run today. The entire markets did. If you know how to trade the ups and downs and sideways, you would be sitting very pretty today. And all our members were able to take advantage of that movement in the markets due to their training that we receive from Coach each and every single day, 7 days a week. Coach is here 5 days a week. We also have training on Saturdays, and we have training on Sunday nights for those that have those memberships. So glad you could be here with us today. Hopefully you learned a few things on this live broadcast. Again, this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of what we do here at American Dream Trading. Paid membership has its privileges, and we train and trade up to 12 hours per day, starting at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We also have crypto, of course, is 24 hours a day. Futures are 23 hours per day, and we even have training on Sunday nights through a live Zoom call that you can participate in if you have the VIP or Diamond memberships. So glad you could be here. Hey, Bogdan, good to see you. Darn Cricket over there, and Fred over there on the YouTube Lives, among other people. Sunshine Man, am I trading now? I'm not in a trade currently. I'm fixing on. I'm going through my little spiel here like I always do at the beginning. It takes a couple minutes, and I just say it off the cuff. It's nothing I got wrote down, just whatever pops in my head, my little pea brain, I just say it. So anyhow, yes, I do trade live here. So you can see on my screen, this is my trading view. I have brokers. I use Webull, I use Tradevate, depending on which account I'm trading. My large account's with Webull. So yes, we will conduct live trades here. Our members just ran down here. They probably locked in their profits here at the 200, and it's also the bottom of this trend channel, which you can see the trend is up. Green is the top of the trend channel. The red is the bottom of the trend channel, And this gray line up here through the center is just kind of the median, or diddling in the middle area of the channel, just kind of show you the midway point. So right now, gold is trying to test to see if it wants to break through this level around down here, around that 414-ish and a half level. If it wants to break to the downside for a further drop, or is it going to just hang out here and maybe even possibly bounce back up the upside? We don't know. We have to wait and see what's going to happen. We trade the trade that's in front of us, and we will wait until the opportunity presents itself. We have to decide what our entry criteria is on every trade, and that involves, unfortunately, waiting around for that develops sometimes, and that can get make you all itchy and scratchy. You just want it and you want it now. Well, that ain't the way it always works, right? Sometimes it takes a while for that trade that you're waiting on to develop, and we have to trade that accordingly. So we are waiting. I will not enter this trade until it breaks to the downside here around this 414.5 level. In other words, this red line, I want to see a candle break that, and then I want to see another candle start on the shoulder of the previous candle and have some movement to it. Or I like to say oomph. Like this candle here has oomph to the upside because there's volume in there, right? You see the candle moving. So this one here is trying to start on the shoulder of the previous candle. That gives you a possibility of strength to the continuing movement in that manner, right? No guarantees, but that's a good indicator of some strength. Now we have to play our levels. We have to play our indicators. Those are all things that are impediment to profits, and we have to trade accordingly. I know I have a big one up here at 40.20 that I got to watch out for. So as you enter these trades, you have to manage the trade actively while you're in it, right? Because when it hits this 420, it's a pretty strong level. It's marked in a gold line there. I have to call that my gold level. Why? Because I've seen it hit that level so many times and pause, if not reject, off of that level. And you'll see people take profits before it actually hits it, right? Now, it can go right through it. At times it will, right? If you look back on your charts, you'll see that 40.20, that's a very strong point of resistance to the upside or even support to the downside. So I have one at 410, one at 420. I have a minor one up here at 25. And there's even some other little ones here around the 412 area, down here about the middle of this zone. But this has really been stuck in trading between the 410 and 420 for a good portion of the day. We just did have that exciting breakout to the upside, and then it topped out, and we had a nice run back down to the downside, and it's coming back to those levels that it fought previously. So we made money when the market went up, and we made money when the market came down. As you can see, this thing stalled around that 40.20 level, like I just told you a minute ago, right? It's just going to hover there. People will take their profits and lock them in. You can see the volume just all died out right now, right? So it's important to have effective charts so that you can make better decisions on about your trade while it's in process, or when should I enter. Now, if this continues to the upside, which is no confidence I have no confidence that it will at this moment, subject to change every second, but I wouldn't re-enter this trade till it breaks and holds above that 40.20 level, right? Because that's a strong level. Same way to the downside, I won't enter the trade. Now, if it breaks below the 9, I would do a quick scalp, right? I can make money off of one candle very easily. I am a scalper. I can jump in and out at will, right? But I want to maximize my trades for to make sure. So I will wait on key levels and key indicators to actually hit there. I don't want to just jump in and then have it pull back because I wanted to jump the gun and got impatient. And that is a problem I experience. I have to deal with that every day, not wait jumping in before the setup happens, right? We try, it looks like it's going to do it. I'm going to head jump in, and 1 second later it falls apart. So it pays to wait for the setup. Once you establish what your entry criteria is, don't compromise it. Stick to it. You decided that for a reason based on your training and experience. And you get that here at American Dream Trading. By the way, our website is American Dream Trading. Head on over there. You'll find all of our different promotions that we have going on currently. And paid membership does have its privileges. We also have 3 programs that are on a free 7-day trial. You can join absolutely free and have all full benefits and privileges of a paid member for up to 7 days. The first one would be our premium membership. That's live training and training with coach on a live Zoom call where you can open up a mic and ask questions at any time. That starts at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. That's training with Coach and the other training moderators. I'm sitting here waiting on this 4:20. And also we have the crypto, which has training on Wednesday nights. I guess they went for about 4 or 5 hours last night on their training. I guess it was pretty intense, lots of questions and a big Q&A session. They did covered a lot of things in detail, heard very good feedback. I missed that one last night. I was just, quite frankly, too tired. That's all there was to it. I was actually in bed at 8 o'clock last night. I was just that tired. My mind was just numb. It wouldn't have paid me to be there and listen anyway. Wouldn't have absorbed a lot of the things that were said. Also, we have the Futures 7-day free trial, which is the focus of this program. We start training and trading at 8:30 a.m. with myself and other highly qualified and skilled traders, moderators, in a group of individuals that have little experience to lots of experience. And we have a great time making money. We have a great time as a community also. And we are serious about making money, but we aren't afraid to have a good time too and joke around and maybe listen to some music while we're trading, whatever, asking questions, deep diving into trades. We do it all. So, it's not 100% serious all the time. It is most of the time, though. When it comes to making money, you're dead serious. Our members are following this trade. We followed this all the way up, and we followed it all the way down. We weren't goofing around then. We were in it to win it, right? So let me show you. This has not broken held here above this, but I'm going to show you what happens when you jump in and you don't wait. This is a paper trading account, so I'm about to probably lose money because I did not wait on the break and hold above the 410 level like I told you. Right now, I'm up a couple bucks, right? But I didn't wait for the true break and hold, and that can bite you in the rear end sometimes, right? It's teasing. It hasn't broke through yet. So this thing could actually reject and go back down the other way. So you want to wait until the candle breaks above it, and then the next candle starts on the shoulder of the previous. That's a confirmation candle. That's one method of trading. You can see now I'm down $16 because I tried to jump the gun. Oh, maybe this is going to pop. I want to get that extra dollar of profit, right? By jumping in early. Well, what ends up happening is you end up losing $30, right? Trying to make a dollar extra because the trade does not materialize. Now this can still pop through, but my point is, see how I'm in a losing trade already? Now I'm like, dang it, why did I do that, right? And those are the things you have to be focused on. What is your entry criteria? Mine are always break and holds. I want to see that next candle on the shoulder of the previous before I enter a new trade. Whether that's breaking a critical level, whether that's entering on the break and hold of the 9 and riding it up. See, if I'd have done that here, right, that'd have been pure gold all the way up. Same way here. I would have entered on the break and hold of the 9 down. There's the break. There's the hold. Now it would have pulled back on me initially, right? But then it materialized all the way down, all that money, right? So you don't want to compromise your trading strategies because it's going to result in pain of losing money. You can see I'm down 20 bucks right now, right? See how it's struggling? Can this trade end up being green? Yeah, but it could also pull real hard right here. See what it's doing? Look how much money I'm losing. Imagine if this was 100 contracts or something, right? Multiply that. So there's the exact reason, and this is why I like paper trading when I'm live, so I can show you what not to do and what happens, the potential disaster if you compromise your trades, okay? So there you go, Sunshine Man. There, I showed you what not to do on purpose. Again, it's not real money. But when I do paper trade, I do trade it like it's real, right? And I will show you what not to do on purpose, right? And I'll even show you me making mistakes that I didn't intend to make, right? Because I'm a real person. I'm a real man, a real boy. Oh, anyway, glad to have everybody. There's Nunya over there helping out. Doug and Wade's over there helping moderate, taking a look around. They're willing to help answer questions also. And let's see who we got over there. Still got Bogdan's in there. Coming back. Hannah, sorry you can't hear. Can you guys hear? Seriously? Over on YouTube? Oh. Can you guys hear me in a Zoom call? Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Mike,
we can.
Mike?
Yep.
Hang on, let me click this. How about that? They said they can't hear me. No volume is up. What is that? Hello? I'm going to give them about 30 seconds. Takes YouTube 30 to 45 seconds to catch up. I did have the other thing, but it should be able to hear me. We check this.
I can hear you. I just checked it, and I can hear you.
Okay. How about now, Hannah?
Might
Can
be
you hear us
low.
now? If you can't, it's on your end. Make sure you unmute the actual YouTube. All right, so Bogdan said the sound was good. Okay. Just want to make sure, because it wouldn't be the first time I had something muted, right? And wasn't aware of it until somebody said something. James is over there now putting in our promo codes that you can click for a direct link to our American Dream Trading website with our WAP processor who processes our payments over there on our YouTube live chat. We can't do that on TikTok, but you can go to our website, which is American Dream Trading. Looks like gold's going to take a nap now. It usually is slow after 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon anyway. A lot of the volume dies out. So generally, most of the volume is still going to be in the indices. So let's take a quick look at the Qs and Q. You can see there's a lot of movement over here. Came down and got a double bottom here. Nice M pattern. Is this going to bounce, or is it going to break through to the downside, right? So this has to break below that 25, 890-ish level, 898.9 level. So there it is, bouncing off a double bottom bounce. You could have made that play. Get a quick scalp in there, right? We do that all the time. Go longs on bottoms and shorts on tops, right? So you can make a quick dollar that way. That's a trading strategy that you can do, right? TikTok, I will be typing in random numbers into the TikTok thing. It'll say ADT Coach, but that's actually me because we share the same corporate account, but it's actually Coach's account, so it has his name on it. But that is me. The Coach is not in here. That's me. Coach was in yesterday, if you were here, during the FOMC meeting, right? There it is, a break on the upside to gold that they were waiting on. Let's see here. It's back at that 40-20 level. It's still got a break and hold above here, right? If not, look what happens. Bang. Look at that reject again. See that? That's twice in a row. Did not break and hold above that level. So if you've not learned anything in the last 3 minutes, you know you should wait on a break and hold above critical levels. There's twice now since we've been live, if not 3 times, that's rejected off that 40-20 level, which is a gold level in my book. 410, 40-10, 20, minor one at 25, and there's other ones along the road also. But those two have really been strong here lately, so respect them. That's why it's important to have your charts charted out. Thank you for following and the shares and the likes on the social medias. Hey, Vegan Knowledge, what's happening over there? Don't forget you're my favorite. Oh, you notice, James, she said hi to me first. Wonder why that is. Don't get offended, James. But anyway, James is over there helping moderate and putting those links in for you. 1 click to go, right? So make it easy on you. Let's see if this wants to break and hold above this 20. Can we get another run to the upside? Well, I don't know. We're diddling in the middle of the channel right now, so it could go either way, right? We generally don't enter trades when it's in the middle. That's called diddling in the middle, right? It's okay if you're already in a trade when it gets there, but you have to evaluate whether you really want to enter the trade there. Now, if you see volume coming in or, a lot of oomph, right? That's a decision you can make. But until this breaks and holds there, you got to really watch here, right? It's above the line right now temporarily. Now it's back below it again, right? It's hovering there, right? This could be your break candle if it gets a little bit of volume. But
Mark, can I ask you a question?
yes, ma'am, you may.
So, with the retest, right? If it retests quick, you know it's going to go. Which would you say it's retesting, the bottom or the top? Because see, it's channeling there, and it's right now it's retesting the top. But if it comes back, is it retesting the bottom? Is that what it is? It retest each time when it comes back?
I would say
that
right
quick?
now it's more of a retest to the upside than it is the downside.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when it comes down, then
Correct.
it's coming that quick. So
Yep. If it keeps bouncing off there, and then it's testing support, right? If it can't really, like it's doing now, just see how that's such a strong magnet there. That's why we wait on that candle on the shoulder of the previous. See how these are? This is on the shoulder of the previous candle. That's a strong up. There's a shoulder on the shoulder of this candle, shoulder of that candle. Well, this one didn't start on the shoulder, right? It started lower than the closing price of the previous, which is what that means, right? And
it shows weakness.
And it shows a little bit of weakness, at least on this candle, not necessarily the trade. So you want, if you are getting ready to enter a trade and you don't see it start on the shoulder, you might want to hesitate a little bit on entering the trade. and give it a chance to decide. Maybe the next candle, and this one still can go up, right? It can get
I won't enter until 21.2 until it breaks that.
Okay,
I won't enter.
so you have
Yeah.
you have an entry, right? You know what your entry
Yeah.
criteria is. Don't compromise it, right?
No.
Stick to it. Don't get excited if you see a sudden candle, right? Movement, right? This one also did
Right.
not start on the shoulder of the previous candle. This is another sign of weakness. So are we going to consolidate here? It's not time to panic yet to the upside, right? It is consolidating. After it sits here for too long, people will decide, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump in and let's get this thing going. Or they'll say it isn't going to go up anymore. I'm going to sell off and take my profits, take my ball and go home.
And that's why the consolidation makes it stronger, because it's either going to go one way or the other. It's stronger
Yes.
the longer it consolidates, right?
Correct.
As the people, yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
but we don't know how long that period is, right? So we're
Right.
always watching and vigilant in our trade if we're already in one. It's not, if you were already in this trade, there's no reason to get out, right? Until it makes a move one way or the other, right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
it's easier said than done, especially when you see a
Sure
red
is.
candle in there, right? We want to lock in our profits and go, right? But, sometimes it pays to wait. There's no reason to get out of this trade if you got in down here where you should have, right? You're still in profit. It's just going sideways right now. But I don't want to enter the
Thanks.
trade here because it is going sideways.
All right.
So I'm
you.
managing the trade
Appreciate
if
it.
I'm already in it. Good question. Are you getting all nervous? Anybody in this trade right now waiting on this to move one way or the other? Of our paid
I
members?
don't get
or
nervous.
those
That's the
watching at
problem.
home?
I should get nervous.
Yeah, well, okay.
Mm.
If you can't stand anymore, go ahead and take the profit. You can always re-enter the trade when it meets your criteria for re-entry, right? That's a great thing about futures. You have instant cash settlement. You can trade that same money over and over and over and over and over all day long, including your profits. You can trade your profits immediately also. Well, there was a brief moment where it tried to pop, right? So there is some hope, maybe. A little bit of hopium. I don't see any large orders on the L2 right now that would give me any strong hopium to the upside, but, time will tell. It only takes one big order to come in there to move this, right? Right now, they're all about the same size. There is a slightly larger one there at 21.6, but it's 21.6. So we'll kind of watch for that. And I don't know if that's going to hold up or not, sitting here too long. Now you're getting some 19s in there. So they're battling over. We don't want to go below 20. There we go. The 21's worked out. Now you got to order at 22 will be your next level to watch. All right. Now we're managing the trade as it goes up. The L2 showing a big order at 22. We got to break and hold that. And it's getting pushed down a little bit. They're going to fight over the price here. So patience, right? We're diddling in the middle of this channel. That's another thing there, right? So you met your entrance criteria, correct? Now you're managing your trade to the upside. Don't talk when you're in the trade. I'm just talking at you. 21.7 and 22 right now are your next goalposts to the upside. As long as the volume can come in and they can push that up, they may get it. But we're losing volume now. It's struggling. All right, but that big order at 21.7 is still there, also at 22. All right, so we'll see what happens here. 21.7 is coming up. Right there it is. Let's see if it sells off. We're at 21.7, and it hasn't sold off yet. So hang on. It hasn't bought at that price yet. There's still 21.5, 21.4. 21.7 is still there. Did not sell off. Here it is. Another chance to sell off 21.7 to go up to 22. Again, sitting here, there it goes. Now they're finding buyers for it. All right. Now they're pushing it back down a little bit. Somebody wanted to sell that off, so you're going to get a little bit of a pullback here. But now that's sold off, so now the next big wall is 22, unless somebody starts throwing orders in. So there's the pullback on that sell, on that big sale. So there's the next big nice wall. Should hopefully drive this up to 22 if the buyers don't push the price down, right? So we got to be slow here. The volume's not as high as it was earlier today. Things are going to move slower, right? We already know this time of the day is kind of on metals, right? Metals and energy like oil, those type of products, right? So you just have to be patient, let it play out. Still no real reason to get out of the trade. So there's your 21, whatever you said you were going to get in at. All right, it's back to that again. 22 is still hanging tough in there on that order. And then you have it in 2/10 increments, 0.2 and 0.4. So it wants to move in 2/10 increments right now to the upside. But you got to have people willing to buy. We got sellers willing to sell at them levels, but are the buyers willing to buy in there? This is a weak candle here, did not start on the shoulder of the previous candle. So we're walking and talking through this trade, right? I am waiting, same thing, right? I want to see this break and hold above certain levels, right? So patience is required. Now, can I jump in this now, hope it goes up? Can I jump in with hopium? Sure, I can do anything I want, right? All I got to do is click the mouse, right? I got in diddling in the middle. I don't like to do that. I know I won't do that on a normal basis. Well, let's see if that goes against me because I compromised my entry. But I am going green. There's orders on the L2 at 23.2 now. So we broke that 22, which we like, and now I'm up $14, right? Again, this is paper money, but it doesn't matter. I made a decision to get in. Those orders up there at 23 now, right? Another whole number, right? 23.
I have a level right there at 22.8.
Thank you. So the orders are still coming in. Now we got a little red candle that started on the shoulder, but paused there for a minute. As you can see, I'm up $28 in just a matter of less than a minute. Imagine if I was trading larger contracts, right? I'm trading micros, that's why. There's only, I only got 2 in there anyway, but so here we go. Nice climb, beautiful climb. Now we got to watch this mess over here, right? We have all these here candles. We got to look where these tops are at, right? There's a 24.1 again. We have the pre-market high where it hung up the last time, that 24.7, and then 25. So we have, these are all points of decision. I'm watching as it approaches it, expecting at least a pause, if not a complete pullback, right? So I have to make a decision what I want to do with my trade, right? Do I want to let it keep going, or, you know what I mean? So there we go. I'm letting this run. I could take, normally I would have took this profit already. $40 is a lot. Well, that's $20 a micro. So now it's getting a little heavy up here, right? Because we got these candles, and it's also approaching this level that I told you about right here. See this? They may want to get out before it gets there, and you're getting up to the top of these candles. Here we go. It's testing that level right now, what I pointed out. All right. Now I got that 25.3 there. I don't know why that's there. I was going to scroll back to see, but at one point or another I put that there, and I don't know why. Seems like a weird number, 25.3. It's probably actually 25, but doesn't matter. You can see it stopped there the last time, so that must be there for a reason, right? I popped that on there, but usually I don't. Oh, I know what it was. Probably it was a channel at one time because it's a dashed line. So it's fighting to break through there. We got some orders up there nicely at 26 even, right? Beautiful trade going on here, right? 26, right? 26. Wow, look at that go. Starting to see some 27s at the bottom of the L2. They're gonna start getting nervous here now, right? How many candles? Look how many green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. We have the 5 to 7 candle rule that states in generality that every 5 to 7 candles you'll get a pullback candle. Okay? I'm up $104 just on this one here, right? Easy money, right? Click it once, let it go. Right? So here we go. Right? See what happens here. Watching this trade, it's getting heavy. It's getting slowing down here, right? Slowing down. Get nervous. We know we got a key level here, right? Yes, and Mark wasn't just sitting here watch this go up the whole time for paid members. As you very well know, sometimes.
I was hoping so.
I just couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't take it. Anyway.
Every time.
Where's your stop?
Mark, would you put a stop loss in there just since you're up so high?
Never trade without a
recommend
stop
not to?
loss. You have to learn how to set it accordingly.
Got you.
Do as I say, not as I necessarily do all the time. Okay.
Do you have one right now? Can I just not see it?
No, I got my booger picker on it. Still holding here though, right? It's getting a little slow. Why? Because we're at a critical level here, are we not? Right? Does this surprise you that it stopped here? What do we got? We got these candles here that we got to break through, right? So you see, I was up 108 bucks there for a minute. It was higher than that, but you know what I mean? So getting a little bit of pullback. What did I just say a minute ago? 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. The 6 candle pulled back. Did that surprise you? It shouldn't have. That's Coach has taught us about the 5 to 7 candle rule, which means every 5 to 7 candles in one direction, in other words, green, all one color, you'll tend to get a sell-off and a pullback on a pullback candle. Doesn't mean it's reversing, but 5 to 7 minutes is a long time to be in a trade, right? So. Oh, here we go. Let's see if this is going to get a retest. Do we have enough ump? It did not start on the shoulder of the previous. It did hold at my 25 level that I have there. Look at that wick touch that thing, right? Amazing. Amazing what charting will do for you, right? Now, you understand it's not always going to hit the line dead on every time it's stop, right? But you're looking at the history, and that's kind of where it did whenever I decided to put that line there at that time, right? So. Now we're getting a pause here. We got some, some indecision going on. Do they want to keep driving it, right, to the upside? So apparently right now they're indecisive, right? Let's see if this will bounce back off that line again. Look at that wick touch that line again. You think that's a pretty good line there, folks? Right? Matter of fact, I'm going to change this line because it's driving me nuts that I didn't know why I did that as a dash. I'm going to change this line and I'll make that a gold level, as a matter of fact. Well, it already is. Let me change this to a regular line and lock that in as a gold level, right? I've seen it hit that line too many times today. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to erase it, right? Now, I'll go back later and just double check it, but at least today and whenever else I drew that line, that was an important level. So, yep. Good job over there, members, posting profits. Do I need to call Brink's truck yet? We're still in the trade. Don't talk if you're in an active trade. Focus on that trade. Don't feel you have to say something, right? Your trade is more important. Our members are making money. That's why they're so quiet. You know how I can tell if our members are making money in the process of making money? They're quiet. Especially the gal that we have in here talks all the time. You think I talk a lot. You should hear her. When she's quiet, this means one of two things. She fell asleep at her trading desk, or she's in a trade making big money. So,
never mind.
Never mind. Whom could that be? So, we love and adore her. I'm just making fun of her because I can. But you don't hear a peep out of her, right? Because she's concentrating. So there we go. See how that works? We're up here. It's getting harder up here, right? This here's going to be another test when it gets up this 40-30 level, right? I better draw a line there just for a good visual, right? Another whole number, nice round number, 40-30, right? We're going to watch and see what happens as it gets up here because it already topped out there. Now, it actually blew through it higher because it had a nice volume surge. But it actually stopped. The final price at that time was at 40.30, and we're approaching that now, right? I expect, if nothing else, a pause, if not an outright pullback. Why? Because that's kind of the high of the day over there, right? Do we want to break the high of the day this late in the day? Well, we'll see. They may be. They may be going crazy. Was there news or something? That I don't know either. I didn't look to see that. As you can see on my trade, I'm up 170 bucks. See on here at the bottom now, right? See it down here, right there. Look at that. I'm still riding that from down there, right? There it is. What did I tell you? What's going to happen? Did I tell you what could happen before it did? I'm testing this level here. Again, you have to learn how to chart. We teach that here to our paid members at American Dream Trading. Get over there and get them memberships. Membership has its privileges. Matter of fact, we had a couple new futures people that took advantage of that free 7-day trial in with us today. I mean, we're in there most of the day till they had to leave. Took advantage of it. I didn't get a chance to say what I thought after the first day, but we'll find out tomorrow. He was excited. He got to see behind the scenes. Geez, chicken nugget. Outstanding. That's how we make the money around here. All right? Did you lock your profits in at that 40-30 where I told you it was going to probably pause?
I did.
There you go. That's how we do it here. You know why?
You are watching
Beautiful.
a master at work.
There you go. That gentleman just spoke, locked in $3,083.30. Was that on not just that trade, or is that your total for the day?
That's the total for the day, but I've only been here an hour. I caught the short over here at about, I can't see your monitor to tell you, at 13:21, 2:30.
Okay.
Whatever time it is, 1:30, and then I just wrote it down.
Right.
Then I got out and waited for the reversal. Then that's how we did it.
That's how we do it.
Took me an hour.
Where else could you make $3,000 in 1 hour? What job pays you that kind of money? Do you think that's life-changing money? It is for a lot of people. $3,000? If somebody handed you $3,000 right now for an hour's work, would that change your life? Is that life-changing money to you? Well, you can learn how to do it just like he did, just like we all do here. Can I guarantee you you're going to make $3,000 in one day? Absolutely not. Can you make $3,000 in 1 hour? Yeah, with proper training and experience, right? Those things can happen. They can happen to you, right? We can't guarantee you success, but if you listen to the sound of Coach's voice and follow the rules, your likelihood of success are greatly increased, right? Anybody that promises you'll be successful is lying to you. So there's another red flag. Follow me, buy my $9.99 Discord ebook, and you too will be driving a Lambo in 3 days. Yeah, whatever. Believe it or not, there's people on there that do say that kind of crap. This is a skill. It does not happen overnight, any more than becoming a brain surgeon happens overnight. It's a skill that has to be developed. You have to be trained. You have to practice. You have to get more training and practice, right? Over and over and over again until you build that confidence. So here we are. Where are we at again? At our 25 level. Imagine that. Why are we back at our 25 level? That must have some importance to it, right? There you go. So what did it do? It didn't break and hold above it. It's trying to, but it doesn't have enough oomph. Now, is it going to bounce here off the 21? We'll see. If not, we might be some more movement to the downside, maybe back down to 40-20. We'll see here on this candle. This did not start on the shoulder of the previous candle to the downside, so this may pull up here a little bit. Now, it's probably going to reject off that 25 level, but we'll see, right? We'll play it. If a good scalper can jump in there, grab that money up to that pullback point, and bank the profits, right? So this doesn't mean it's going to go right back up again. We don't know that, right? All we can do is trade the trade that we see in front of us at the time. If it breaks through and goes up, then okay, then we'll deal with it there. Right now is not the time to enter this trade. You don't know which way it's going to go, right? You got to wait and see, right? Don't think, I'll just get it now, and I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go up, right? You can have all the feelings you want until it actually happens. You don't know what it's going to do, right? We are not in control where these candles go. All we can do is look at our levels and kind of get a rough idea where it's at now, right? Will it break and hold above this 25 level again? We'll see. It's going to try right now. I have some orders, a big order up at 27.2 if it can make it there in time before the other orders pull it down. So there is orders to the upside, but we got to wait and see what happens here, right? And I got to worry about that 27 level once it gets there. What's it going to do? Now, that big order 27, I don't see it there now. I have to wait. I can't even see it at all right this moment. That big order, unless it was a different number, it's just an average size one to the upside. So what I said earlier, and that's the thing about an L2, these are limit orders that show up on here, which means they haven't been filled yet. So they can be moved, they can be canceled, they can be added to, subtracted to, at any given time, at any given second. It's a very fluid type of thing. It's an L2 order book is what they call it, right? Shows you where orders. There's 26.4 now. So there's an order there. So all you can do is just kind of show
Now, if you watch the time in sales, you can see that it's coming down because of that's what has been sold.
Yep, and I
It's
can
at
see it on my
24.4 right
L2
now.
as the prices get lower on the bottom of my L2 also. I look at the green side here, and then you can see where the price movement's going. So right now we're just in this consolidation jumping around. Patience pays, right? So again, we don't know that it's going to pull down yet. Got 23s at the bottom of the bid side. There's a solid 23 that wants to pull the order down. Oh, that filled real fast. Now I have 22s. Right now it's pulling to the downside again. There it is at the 55 potential bounce point here, right? Bang, bang, right? And then it could go right through it just like it just did, right? So now I'm back down to where? We're back down to our 20 level again. So now we're still trading in this $10 range, 30 to 20. Earlier it was 10 to 20, right? Or 20 to 10, however you want to look at it. So we're fighting in this one range here. So if you can identify that, you know, you can expect it to move up and down within that one and not be surprised when it happens, right? So are we going all the way back up now? Well, it's hard to tell, right? If I knew that, I would be going in with millions of dollars, right? If that was I was that sure about something, right? We all would be, right? Well, we don't know. We'd have to trade that's here, right? And we'll make money one way or the other if we make the right decisions. So we are waiting. Here we are, testing that level again.
You see how we go in and out here, and there is something to be said about patience. There's people that go into a trade and just leave it alone and till the end of the day, and they make money, you know.
Yep.
But we go in and we see what's happening, so it's too hard to stay in when you're watching it like that.
We're momentum traders, right? We're not swing
we're
traders.
momentum.
Right.
Absolutely.
We do have swing traders in our group. There, we have quite a few of them. They love that. Well, one of our moderators in here is a swing trader, right? He swing trades. He loves swing trading currencies, right? Now that could mean he's holding it for an hour. It could mean 100 hours. You just whatever, right? What he's managing to trade, as long as it's producing for him.
Jeez, Christina.
What'd you say?
You heard that?
No, I didn't hear
I
it.
said he's a swinger.
He's a swinger.
Is that the one with the upside down pineapple on his icon?
I don't know. I think
No.
so. I don't know.
It's our moderator. Our other moderator. He's like swing trading.
You guys are sick, man. I gotta go.
Come on.
You're sick. You're thinking of it. See? We
Hey,
weren't
you said
saying that.
upside down pineapple.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't know anything about
No,
that.
I
You
know.
said that. Somebody said that. Not me.
No, I didn't.
All right, let's reel it in. We're
Wasn't my
live
voice.
here. All right.
Reel it in.
All right. I will get to your questions. I'm not ignoring you. I'm talking through this trade live, okay? So don't feel I'm ignoring you today. I will try to get to your questions here. This is a very active trade, a very profitable trade, and we will get to you. This time allows, right? If this thing keeps doing this, right? What I call that the golden arches, yeah, you could, right? Kind of looks like it, right? The big M pattern, right? Good to see you. Where can you join? You can go to our website, AmericanDreamTrading.com, and look at all our different membership packages we have there. We have packages for every budget. You can pay monthly, you can pay annually, semi-annually. Of course, you get the larger discounts by paying annually, of course, right? You get a substantial discount by paying annually. We also have 3 packages right now that you can get absolutely free for 7 days to try it out before you buy it, right? And you get the full privileges of a paid member. We have the premium package, it's trading with Coach and the other training moderators from 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. We have the crypto membership for 7 days for free. They had a live Zoom call training on Wednesday nights, which was last night. And then we have the futures, which is what you're watching here, except we start training and trading at 8:30 a.m. through 4 p.m. on a live Zoom call. And we had a couple people in here today that took advantage of that and joined us. So I don't believe they're in here now. I think they had to leave. Is anybody else in here that's got the free trial that they're in here now? Save me from scrolling through and trying to find the names. If you are, what do you think so far? What is the most valuable book you recommend for traders? I have it, and I just went brain dead. It's right now. I moved it to the other table. What's the trader book? The psychology book? We just
Trading in the zone, or
Trading in the Zone. That's it. We just talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Trading in the Zone. That has to do with the psychology of trading, which is the hardest thing there is to do about trading, is the psychology part of it. Very effective. It tells you how to handle this part up here, right? It's not so much. It doesn't teach you how to trade. It teaches you the psychology. That is the hardest thing for you to overcome, as ourselves, right? And how we think, and it helps to make you aware of that, right? So, well, are we going to break through what level again? 25? Look how these levels are working, right? Isn't that something? Look where it's rejecting, where it's slowing down from, right? That's because it's a historical level. It happens over and over and over. So, what's your take on Caesars and Snap? I have no opinion on either one of them. I am not trading stocks. I'm trading futures. I know Snap was, somebody asked about that the other day, but when I looked at it the other day, I wasn't impressed personally, but that doesn't mean anything. I didn't do a deep dive into those. You have to conduct your own search. We are trading futures here, not individual stocks. It's not that I won't answer that question, but we are concentrating on that. And we are also participating in a live trade as it happens here. So waiting on a break of this 423 level. What else we got going on here? Ricardo said he just made his rent ×2. Congratulations. How does that make you feel? Now make sure you set it aside. Pay your rent ×2 right now. You didn't have that money for today. What a great feeling would be to go ahead and give your landlord that money right now. Now for 2 months, you don't have to worry about it, right? You don't know what kind of relationship you're in with your landlord, but if you are ahead, pay down debt, right? Pay ahead. Pay your electric bill ahead, whatever. Pay down credit cards, whatever it is. Try to reduce your monthly requirements of whatever that may be, right? If you leave it sit there and don't pay yourself, you'll waste it. That I can assure you. You'll waste that money, right? So when you get those really good days, Coach teaches you to do this. Take it, pay down debt, pay ahead on something, pay ahead on your rent, right? Don't go blowing it on stuff you really don't need. Your idea is to get what your money has to go to less every month, right? As you pay down debt and pay ahead and those type of things, your life gets a lot less stressful, right? If your bills were $1,000 a month at one point, and now they're only $100, how much less stress would that be in your life, right? We can make $100 anywhere in a month, right? Don't care who you are. Trading in the Zone is that by Mark Douglas? I believe it is. I'd have to get up and walk. It's over on my other table. It's usually sitting right here. And I was cleaning my desk off the other day, and I didn't put the books back on here. There's a lot of good books. I would really recommend doing a lot of psychology reading. It really helps.
I just want to make sure I got the right one, Mark. So if anybody else knows, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yep. I mean, I can get up and walk away and go look, but I'm sure that sounds right. All right, so it's kind of pausing here. You can't break through, can it? Well, are they going to get nervous and sell off and go right back down to the bottom again? Well, we don't know, right? We got to be patient enough and watch and see what happens. Again, I'm typing random numbers into the TikTok chat there. That's me. That's not Coach. Thank you for all those likes and follows. I'm trying to catch up to what you're saying up here. As we're managing this trade right now, it's kind of just sitting there. I'm not in or out. Trader B, trying to pay off my Lambo. Okay, great. Well, I think if you can afford a Lambo, you should pay cash for it, right? That way you got payments on a Lambo, right? Let me see here. All right, well, we're waiting to see what's going on here. 1 minute here, I'm trying to see something. All right, well, here we go. We're still testing that level, right? Still testing that level. I'm not in anything personally here, right? I'm not going to enter the trade unless it can break and hold above this 40-20 mark, 25 mark, right? And the volume is just pretty much died, right? I don't know if they're waiting. There's a 25.6 order there, right? But there's some 26s also starting to show up on the L2, but we don't have the volume there to push those sales up, right? So they could have orders sitting there all the time, but if people don't want to pay that much, they're not going to get that. So it's just going to sit here. Buyers are currently around the $25 mark, 40, 25, 29, 25. There we go. There's a little bit of a pop, right? Here's the next candle, confirmation candle to the upside, right? We'll see what happens here. But again, I showed you jumping in, not waiting for the confirmation candle. Look what happens. See how that works? You immediately end up in the red, right? Because it's not a strong trade yet. See, I mean, this is just a micro, but and again, this is paper trading, right? So, you know, I've already entered a losing trade because I did not wait. You get impatient, right? So you need to wait for this candle to have sit on the shoulder of this one with some oomph to the upside, and it doesn't have it. That's how you end up with losing trades, because you try to game the system. Oh, I think it's going up. Well, we don't care what you think. You want to see verifiable things on your screen, right? So hopefully this one of these candles will break and hold. We could go up here and retest this 40-30 level if we have enough volume to do that. You know what I mean? So thank you for those follows and the likes. We're in here trading gold. These are micro gold that you see on my screen. This is my trading view, which is a charting software. It's probably one of the most used around the world. You can get it. It is subscription based. Has nothing to do with American Dream Trading. We don't own it or have any special deals with them. But you can go to tradingview. You know what and check it out on your own. And I like it. I love it. It's visually appealing also. So I kind of like it. So way to go, Mr. G over there. $1,451. Bang, bang. That's how we do it. All right? I just got one question for all of you.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
There you go. So, all right. So here we are. It's testing, trying to break out away from this. It just doesn't want to do it. It's trying. I want to see this get up here, right? Here comes it. Now, this candle started on the shoulder of the previous candle. That's a good sign of strength to the upside. Doesn't guarantee it, but it shows strength to the upside. We'll see, right? They just can't hold it here. We're trying to see. We do have orders up there at 28.8. So this may pop up here at 29 here, right? We're at 28.2 right now, showing some good signs. See how that candle started on the shoulder of the previous, and then that has some oomph to it. Again, we still got to deal with the top of this candle here and also this 40-30 level. And this is on gold, by the way. One of my favorite things to trade most days. It was kind of choppy for a couple hours there, and then it just took off again. So come on, see 40-30. If it can break that 40-30, that would be a significant break to the upside. And we got quite a bit of room up there to play with, right? But they haven't wanted to break it up through there, right? Look backwards. Look backwards on your chart. It hasn't wanted to go above that, right? So we got to get up above that before we can do anything. It keeps teasing us, right? But everybody else, if I can see where the levels are, don't you think they can also? Well, there you go. All right, here it comes. Here's our retest. Can we break this time? There are orders at 40-30. Right there, 40-30. Didn't these people? Come on. Just buy it at 40-30. Get it over with. There's another smaller order at 30.4. I'm just calling out the last couple digits. 30, which is 40-30, right? They pushing it back. They just don't want to pay that yet, right? So when they don't want to buy, that forces the sellers to lower the price that they want to sell at, right? That's what causes the price to pull back, right? So here we go, seeing if they want. Buyers don't want any much more over 29 at the moment. We'll see, here comes the 30. The wick touched it, but did not break through that. And I'm telling you, if this could break through now, you're going to get, I believe you will get a big burst upward. Don't know that as a fact, but I've seen it happen so many times. I wouldn't surprise me if that happens, right? Because it's tried. This is the third try now since what? 147, right? 147 it tried it. 235 it tried it. And now 255, 256. Coming up on power hour. Things can get a little more hectic. Doesn't always happen, right? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this don't consolidate here, that it just breaks right through it. Or if it pulls back, we'll play it to the downside, right? We can go that way too. So be prepared. This is a point of decision. What are you going to do if it pulls off here? Are you going to play it to the downside? Or is there something that really don't interest you about this downside play? You should know what that is before it happens. That way you can instantaneously decide what to do, right? Do I want to take my profit here? Do I want to let it bounce around for a little bit? What do I want to do, right? As I approach these things, I'm making these decisions. Again, we all are sitting here waiting for this critical level to be broke through, 40-30, right? So this is where it gets a little nerving, right? You got to sit here and wait, and you're just like, come on, right? Gets on your nerves sitting here waiting. We want instant results. We want our money, and we want it now, right? Well, sometimes you got to wait around for it. And that's part of the psychology of trading, is controlling your emotions, right? Not getting angry. You know, do you throw something across the room when you get in a losing trade? You slam your fist down or whatever? I used to do all that stuff when I first started trading. Well, guess what? I generally have control over my emotions now because I've done it all, seen it all, experienced it all in what goes into regular trading day after day after day. So as you gain experience, and over time, you'll try. The goal is to trade more robotically, right? You don't let the losses tear you up to that much emotionally. It's easier said than done, but you try to control those things, right? If you lose control of your emotions and you're angry, well, now you're not making logical decisions when you go to trade again, right? So, not touching this close to the 9. Well, that's actually on my screen. It's a 5. If you're using a 9, that's fine, right? I will play the bounce off the 9, right? I can do that, right? Let's see what happens here, right? Can I take the bounce off the 9? Well, we'll see. This can go the other way too on me, just as easy. I didn't look at my L2 to see, but can I make a few bucks on the bounce off the 9? Why? Because that's an indicator, right? Can it bounce up there for me? I got in, what is that, 27.6, right? Still hanging out here. Now these numbers here are usually lagging a little bit, right? I can see I'm higher than 27.6 right now. So I'm really in profit, even though it's not showing here, right?
I think you sold too, Mark.
Oh, I did. I hit the wrong button, didn't I? That was, see, I would have made 27.6 up. Good eye. You know, I'm like, why isn't that going up?
We've got sales at 29. There we go, 2030.
Look at all that money I just...
Oh, pull back.
See, I made a mechanical error.
Man.
Clicked the wrong button.
I did that earlier too. I sold instead of bought. I was pissed.
Yeah.
Mechanics is everything.
Good catch. And that's something that can happen to you. Not the first time, it won't be the last, right? Hit the wrong button. I bought sell instead of buy, right? So I missed out on whatever that was, $30 maybe? I don't know. I can measure it and tell you. That would have been, say, 20 ticks times 2. That would have been $40 that I just threw away by hitting the wrong button. Plus, I took a loss on top of it, whatever that cost me. Here we go. Should I jump in now? Do I jump in now? Well, it's there. It's there. This is the time it's going to happen. No, I don't have a break and a hold yet, right? I want to wait. I want to see this wait here, right? I'll get excited. This could totally reject and just dump, right? We've got to see this. I mean, people are saying, what are you thinking right now? It's not going to do it today. I'm just going to stop trading this, right? I'm going to sell off. I'm done. I'm tired of this. Can't take it anymore, right? All right, here we go again. Let's see if this will bounce off the 9. Can I catch a bounce off the 9 here? I didn't wait till it clearly got to the 9. I clicked a little soon there, but it's all right. Principle's still... Principle's still the same.
And we just entered power hour. So.
And we are now in power hour, so anything can happen. This could actually pull and go the other way now, right? So, we shall see. Now, when I say get the bounce off the 9, that means a quick scalp in and out. I'm not in here to make $1,000 on the bounce, right? All I'm doing is when it hits this indicator and it bounces up, usually about halfway, I'll lock in my profits, right? I'm not going to be in this long because it could just move all over the place, right? So see right there, now I'm in profit, right? So I can take that and lock that in, right? So that's what I was trying to do the last time, which it did bounce. I just hit the wrong button. I went the wrong way. So, and that's why you got to be sure what you're doing here, right? So, good to good to good, right? All right, so you're going to pull back to the 9 again. Well, it's probably only going to do this so many times, right? The 9's down there at 28.2. And, you know, it's hanging out there. Is it going to want to pull to the downside? I don't know. It's not giving me a lot of confidence. It's consolidating right now. They can't agree on the price. So the price is going up and down, up and down, up and down, right? And we don't know what it wants to do here. So we're watching, right? This is on a 1-minute chart. You can tell by on my trading view, it says MGC 1. That's a 1 minute. If I put it on a 2-minute chart, I'm a scalper, so I generally do it on a 1 minute, but I will scalp on 2 minutes also. The higher time frame you put it on, the more patient you're going to become. If I do put that on a 5 minute, we have a lot of members that will do that, right? It's less volatile, less scary looking, right? So now see how much calmer that is? Well, those are all green instead of green and red, green and red, green and red, right? And the candles still move, right? It's just every candle is a 5-minute period, right? So putting it on a lower time frame, the candle's just a little more reactive. Depends what you want to see. If that makes you nervous, so then put it on a higher time frame, right? A little bit calmer. You know what I mean? Here we go. We're trying once again to break through this level. Is it going to do it or not?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You catch my drift? And what other things you hit?
What I'm putting down?
Yeah, you know what I'm putting down, as somebody said earlier? I see, I'm not hip. I don't know all that. I'm a boomer. I ain't hip to all this stuff, right?
All right, we got the top of the regression channel coming up.
Yes, we do, but we are breaking and holding above this. That's a great thing. What did I tell you would happen if it manages to break through finally? You would get a burst of energy, did I not? Huh?
To the moon!
Huh? Who's your daddy? Come on. Come on.
35.6, very key level.
There you go.
Master trader at work.
There we go. Bang, bang, right?
You are watching a master trader at work. You are watching a master at work.
There you go.
There you go.
So am I so super intelligent trader that I knew that was going to pop like that if it broke through? Well, I didn't really know, but through experience and training, I've seen it happen so many times. I expect it to happen. Just like I expect a pullback here as it got to the top of our trend channel, right? Now, here's another thing for our traders who are trading live. At 40.37 up here is the previous day high. I can assure you that will be a strong point of resistance to the upside. Previous day's high is at 40.37. Got that? Put a line there if you don't have one there, right? The 5-minute candle rule applies to a 1-minute chart only. One of our members asked that question. We'll see if this is going to break through here or not, right? Watch this this level coming up here, right? This right here is where it's at, this little green line there. That's the previous day high. Watch it hit that. It's right above that white line. Can you see it there? It's a real faint line, right?
Wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait. Easy, patience.
What did I just call out?
There you go. That's how we do it. You know what that's like? You know what Matthew would say about that?
All right, all right, all right.
There you go. Effective charting pays off, does it not?
35.6. Right on the dot.
Right on the dot. Right on the money, right? And now we got the 37 to worry about. It's only a buck above that, right? Not even. What'd you say, 36 and a half?
35.6.
35.6, yeah. So at 37, we have the previous day's high. So we have to watch that also, right? So we're resetting, waiting. Did you lock in profits there, or are you still holding? Are you disciplined enough to sit there and wait, or did you take your profits and think about re-entering after it breaks through this critical level here that I just called out, 40.37? It's actually 37.6, I believe. Can't see, my cataract's in the way.
I'm going to do both.
It's jumping. It's jumping.
Yeah, well, it's going to test this 37.6 level. Till it does that, 37.6. 37, well, it's testing this level here where I got my line on my chart, right? So until it does that, right? Patience, patience, hold, hold. All right, don't get excited.
The L2 has 37 in it. 37.
It's trying, right? There's energy coming in. I can't believe this thing's still climbing at this late in the day. Again, everybody might want to take profit at one time, so don't be surprised if that happens either. Keep your stops up. Manage your stops. I know one of our members, she's making money because I ain't heard a peep out of her for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And I don't want to either. Manage the trade that you're in. All right, now we got a big order to the downside at 35.4. Pay attention. Expect to pull down to 35.4. 35.4.
How's that again?
35.4. Keep an eye on that level unless they start throwing orders in all of a sudden. Now they might be here. There's some orders at 36 now, so they may push the support level down to 30. Support's going to be down there at 35.4 right now, but it also may pull back there, so careful. It's got to break that 37.6 to be able to continue upward and onward, as that is the previous day's high, right? Yesterday's high. Is that yesterday's high? I mean, it did touch it today, so actually it's today's high now. But it was that 46.37 level was also the previous days. It matched it. The wicks hit it, right? So see what happens. Can it break through, or are we done? There's an big order at 37. There it goes. Here's your test at 37. We have another big order, 37.9 and 38. So we might get a pop here to 38. Looking like we might get it. They're buying at 37. We're $1 off on the buyers paying. Well, they're fighting here. They don't want to go that high yet. They're still debating the issues. Now comes your pullback. What did I tell you earlier? Watch for support to the downside. 35.4. Did I not? Pay attention to that. Right now, again, it doesn't mean it will. As long as buyers keep coming in, it'll push that down. That 7.6. We're not at that 37 yet. Here it is. Here's a retest of that level that it pulled back off of. 37.6. We're at 37.3 right now. All right, sound of my voice. Those of you at home are looking at your chart and comparing what you see on your screen, you're now realizing that you are on a 20 to 45 second delay, and that's why you don't mimic anything you see on my screen, because what you are seeing now on your live feed is already happened and gone by. 30 seconds can make a big difference in a trade, and it does. Now we have orders at 39. There's a big order at 39. It's not moved up, though. They're just evaluating every petty movement here right now. So there's a large order that wants to go to 39 if they can get the buyers to buy it. Sellers are there to offer it to them if they want to pay for it. There we go, right? Nice run up. I got to order a couple Brinks trucks to come in and get all our members' money to be able to take it to the bank for them. Okay, where are we at? 37.8. We know there's a big order at 39, but it's, again, they got to be willing to pay that much. So we're seeing here, they're debating. Do they want to get more? They're going to have to pay more, right? Teetering, teetering. Waiting is the hardest part. That would make a good song. Somebody ought to write a song with them lyrics in it. Waiting is the hardest part.
It's a great song.
Yes, it is. One of my favorite singers. Mr. Tom Petty. Triple top, somebody says. Yep. Double cup and a handle. Well, yeah, you can look at it that way also. It's been a nice round up there, right? Okay. Ray P says, I live in the UK. Just came across your live feed. You're loving it so far. Great. Thank you for the kind words. We're doing some live training. Some days we focus on the actual trades. Other days we answer all your questions, and we'll maybe deep dive into a couple different subjects, right? It's a very fluid show. I can go from doing a trade to answering questions about something else, right? So make sure you click that subscribe, like, and share, and turn that notification button on so that you don't miss any of our upcoming broadcasts. Speaking of our broadcasts, we are live here 3 times daily, Monday through Friday. We are live with Coach from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'm live here with the Futures broadcasts from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have an aftermarket show immediately following this show at 4 p.m. Eastern Time over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. By the way, glad to have you here. Who was that? Let me see here. Where did I see that at? Ray P. While you're here at our YouTube channel, make sure you click subscribe. Also, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it yet, but you can later. We have over 2,800 training videos that you can watch absolutely free. And if we give you those things for free, imagine what you get with a paid membership. So, anyway, imagine what I could do if I was 100% focused, folks. Imagine that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? A world with no
that would have
rules?
been crazy.
Huh? It's still crazy, even though I'm not 100% focused. But you know.
That's what I was about to say that. I'm sure it's still gnarly looking.
Yeah, not as good as it could have been because, I was yakking. But, there you go. Not bad. All right.
Jeez.
All right. Let's sit here waiting. Let me go scroll through the comments and see if we got anything there that I want to take care of real quick while I'm waiting on this pop here to see if it wants to move up to the top of that trend line, if I can get a run up there or not. Nick said he made 217 today. First week back for paper trading. Wow, congratulations, sir. That's how we do it. Good job, Nick. Good. And Zaglift called out a double cup in the handle. Yep. What they're talking about is this chart here, right? You can see that? That's kind of a cup formation if you zoom it out, right? Come back up. Basically, it's coming up like a double top, right? It forms a cup. When it gets that nice swoop down there, right? And then you get the handle, and that will give you maybe some sort of indication where it wants to go, if the handle's up or down of the cup. Let's see here. Let's see. By the way, we do have 3 free trial memberships you can try out. We also have paid memberships at discounts, which you can find over at a website, americandreamtrading.com. Right? YouTube channel's name is appropriately named American Dream Trading. Absolutely free material over there. When you get over there and your brain melts with all the information that's there, absolutely free, imagine what we would give you as a paid member. And one of the things we give you is live live Zoom call training up to 12 hours per day, starting at 4 a.m. through 4 p.m. for our VIP and Diamond members. And futures start live Zoom call at 8:30 every morning. And crypto has live training on Zoom calls at 7:15 on Wednesday nights. So we train 7 days a week here. We have something for every membership level. If you have our top tier membership level, you can literally have classes 7 days a week here at American Dream Trading, put on by our highly qualified trainers and moderators. Again, come on over. At least grab them free trials so you can get those and check it out for yourself. You don't have to take some old random dudes off the internet you just happen to run across. Come take a look. Edward says, rest in peace, Bitcoin. Well, why is Bitcoin pulling hard here or what? Let's take a quick look. I'll tell you. I don't follow Bitcoin. I mean, I have it on my watch list, but I don't actively trade it or follow it. Oh, your Bitcoin went from 115. Now it's down to 106. Down 2.87% and falling. Down 3,000 points today. I don't follow Bitcoin. I know it was 115 the other day. I don't follow it. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm a futures guy. I'm 100% almost, well, I shouldn't say. I trade stocks every day too, but essentially 99.9% futures trader. What am I trading? We're trading gold futures. Maham, you go to our membership, you go to our webpage, americandreamtrading.com, and it's very easy to see. There's a big old button there you can click to join. It'll show you all the different memberships there, and make sure you grab one of them. We also have a free Discord. It's always been free, always will be free, that you can also get off of our website. There's a link there you can click on also within our website. So you don't have to have a paid membership to be part of our free Discord. But if you are a member, you do need our Discord, because that's where we post the live links for our live Zoom call each and every day, and the links are different every day. So you have to have the Discord to get those links. It's free, so that would be required to be able to join our live Zoom training each and every day. What else we got going on? What are you trading? I answered that. Gold. Thank you for the likes and follows. What else we got? Holy cramoly. We got to do this more, boys and girls. For those of you who are on TikTok, paid members, will somebody, one of the moderators, Doug, are you able to take a screenshot of your TikTok page if you're on it? I don't know if you're on TikTok. We got 156 viewers as we speak. Now it dropped down to 151. As soon as I said it, I scared people away. What's up with that? Well, now we're back to 154, right? That's pretty good. Good to see that. Glad to have you all here with us. By the way, we do try to answer questions live as you ask them. All you got to do is put it down into your social media chat box, and we'll do our best to answer your questions live. Now, today we're really hammering doing live trading. This is not what we do every single day. We try to do some of it. At least we'll talk about trades, right? So we'll see what we got going on here. All right. You know, anywho. All right, so we're waiting on this one to move around a little bit, see what we can get out of this. It's just kind of taking a nap. It might be done for the day, right? Big movements, right? It had a lot of activity. People got tired, and as you can see, it's just consolidating here. Now, does that mean we can't get a big sell-off before the end of the day? Well, that could very well happen, right? We'll wait and see. We'll trade the trade that's in front of it. While we're doing that, let me take a quick walk around the block. Let's see what the other indices are doing. NQ is actually probably a better play to the downside right now. It's pulling down. We're at the bottom of the trend channel. I expect to bounce right there at that 928.75 level, which it is currently doing. ES is doing the same thing. I expect to bounce down there at that 63.50 mark, which it's in the process of doing. The Dow is not quite down all the way down at the bottom. Right now, it looks around, if it would happen to pull real hard right now, you got to watch this bottom of this trend line, which is currently 722. Now, these change every minute, right? So numbers I'm calling out aren't carved in stone there. This is a trend line, and it adjusts mathematically constantly. The Russell, what's our Russell doing? Russell broke through a big level there to the downside. Look at that. Got a level down there at 77.7 you got to watch out for. But everything, all the major indices are pulling. They are a lot better trade than gold right now. Gold is flat, right? So it is what it is, right? So anywho, you may want to consider shifting gears. That's the problem when you trade this one thing and you sit there and watch that just sit there and do nothing, right? You get blinders on and you don't see what's happening, right? So something to consider. There's NQ. Seeing what goes on here. We'll take a look at that. It's usually has pretty nice volatility clear up to market close. And we are in power hour, so this can swing wildly between going down and going up. We'll trade to trade and get what we can get out of it, right? Can I enter this trade late to the downside? Yeah, I can, right? It's not the optimum entry, and I didn't wait for the break and hold either. Sorry about that. I didn't enter like I should have, but it's in there now. It is a paper trade. It's not real money. So if I screw up, I'm not sacrificing real money, right? So anywho, NQ is pulling nicely. Look at that. I'm up 120 bucks already just on that little quick pull. Imagine that. Amazing how these things work, right? Look at that. What are we going to do here? Is it going to hold here? This is the day's low right now as we speak. You can see that trade is 100 whatever, 160 bucks. Is it going to continue to the downside? We don't know, right? But we're going to trade this trade. It did start on the shoulder of the previous candle. It now has some oomph to it to the downside. I don't have, what's my next level here? I don't really have this charted out well. I haven't traded NQ for probably a couple of weeks, so I'm sure I'm missing some levels here. But I can trade to trade. There's no reason to get out of it, right? We can see what happens here. I just have to be reactive. As we continue down, it is setting new lows of the day. Does anybody have a level on NQ to the downside below?
876 and a half.
876 and a half?
Mm-hmm.
That's about right where it's at now, pretty close. What about the next one below that?
853 and a quarter.
853 and a quarter. I like that number. Gives me a little bit more room to shoot for. 853 and a quarter. Close enough for hand grenades. I'll just put that line there right now. Not exactly that level, but it's okay. So we're going to put that, leave that gold for right now because I'll adjust it later. I'm up $200 just on this one little trade here, right? That fast, right? Again, this is paper money. It's not real money, but you can see I entered it. I can lock in the profit anytime. I just come over here and click it in. Bang, bang. Locked in 120 bucks there plus, right? So I didn't let it pull all the way back on me, right? So see what happens here. Is this going to go back down to the downside? I don't know. I am on a 2-minute here, so I got things moving a little slower here. If I put this on a 1-minute candle, you'll see there's going to see more green and reds, right? More violent movements. So sometimes it's good on a highly volatile, which it's at 80 right now, which is pretty high right now. So that means it can move 80 ticks in a 2-minute time period. And it's $5 a tick on NQ. That's $400. You can gain or lose $400 in one tick, right? Or in one. You can gain or lose $400 in a 2-minute time period based on the average movement of the candles. Yes, I'm tripping over my tongue now. It's been a long day, a long day. Does this mean this is going to pop back up to the upside? Well, let me put this on a 1-minute. We'll take a look and see. Right? Does not mean that at all. Just means it's retracing a little bit. Right? I'm typing in some random numbers to the TikTok live chat feed. All right, so what else we got? What's going on over there, TikTok? I don't see anybody typing anything over there lately. Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, look, the one, the only. They broke the mold when they made this dude. Even if he did come from that state up north. Coach, are you in the house still? I just looked up and seen that you were typing. That is actually Coach. That's not me. I type in random numbers. Coach, are you in here? You're telling them to tap them numbers. They're good. Thank you for that. We were concentrating on a live trade nearly the entire program today, playing gold, making lots of money for all our members. We got a Brinks trucks on their way now to go to every member's house to stop by and pick up their loot. So we're watching NQ here now a little bit because gold is taking a little nap and it really doesn't have much volume this time of the day anyway. So we're going to see NQ as it's in a downtrend. It has been for a long time, but we can play and see if this wants to break and hold to the upside. It is power hour. Anything is possible. Dreams can come true. You just never know. Trade to trade that you see. If you want to scalp, then scalp. If you want to go on a 2-minute EWO, you're already too late for that, right? But you can trade different levels that you have on your chart. That's why it's important to have that, right? So we'll see here what's going on. This is being very generous to me at the moment, if you know what I mean, paid members. So what have we been trading? We've been trading gold for 90% of this trading session. I'm looking at NQ right now because gold's taking a little nap. It got all wore out. That big rise up and that big rise down. So we're watching here to see what this is. Maybe possible play to the upside. We get a break and hold. Got off that bounce at the bottom there. You could be riding that up right now, locking in profits. Be even better if this can break and hold the 9 and the 21. But this is definitely a point of resistance, right? And, you know, you got to be patient here, right? It's not saying get out of the trade, but this is a tough spot for it to be in as we speak, right? So, anyhow, let's see here. Can you do a long once? Can you check the long once, please? What? Well, I don't understand there, Tilo. What's your question? Can you check a long once? But can I sell a long? Well, that's what. Sure, you know, I can enter here. Now, I don't want to enter right here, right now. I can. There's nothing stopping me. But I'm expecting, I'm in the middle, diddling in the middle of this trade, right? My entry was down here when it bounced off the bottom, riding that up, right? I verbalized that. But now I'm diddling in the middle of this channel. I want to see this 21. It may reject off of here, right? Now, it's been respecting the 9 pretty much the biggest part of the day, but there has been some periods it rejected back here off the 9, so it does, or the 21. So I can expect maybe the same thing to happen here. Now, if it breaks through, I may be able to do a quick scalp while it's moving up to the next level here, right? Make a couple bucks, you know, real quick. But this is kind of a sticky place right here right now. I don't really want to risk my real money entering a trade here until I see what happens, right? Can I make money on one little partial candle? Yeah, absolutely. If you're a master scalper, very good, very quick, got cat-like reflexes, yes, you can do that. So, do I want to enter long? No, this is not now. Can I go find something else? Maybe I could do it. I'm sure you that ES and all the other ones are probably following suit. They're probably a mirror image. Yeah, there you go. There's ES. There's the S&P 500. Same thing. It's right there to 21, right? They're kind of following, mirroring each other right now. Let's look at the Dow. Oh, look, the Dow's the same situation. So right now they're just kind of at a level you don't want to jump in per se, right? All of them. Even the Russell's that way, right? I know there's a bunch of goofy lines on here. Don't worry about that. I got a little carried away the other day. And see how it rejected off the 21 there, right? We're waiting to see here if there's going to rejection off the 21 here, right? It's kind of trapped between the 9. Wouldn't take much to push this rate back down again. It did a very quick, there's not a nice rounding bottom to show that it may want to reverse course and go the other way. It is power hour, so anything can happen. You can get violent ups and downs. What's the Q's doing? The Q's still sitting there. Yep, see that? See how it's not wanting to break above the 21? And I mean by the 21, that's 21 EMA. That's this purplish bluish line here, right here. So any upside scalping play on my part would be if it breaks through the 21. I'd go in there, bang, bang, get in, get out. Make a couple dollars, right? I'd rather wait for it to make a definitive pull bet to back down to the downside off the 9. A break and hold of the 9 to me would be a better play. But, you know, we can get some volume all of a sudden. I really don't have that far to move. If I could get up here this 958, say 60 level, 60, I would have some blue skies ahead to the upside up to the 200. More room for profit. Here we go. We're trying it, right? Or you want to see me do a quick scalp? Okay, I'll do one for you. Since you were nice enough to ask, right? I missed the good part of that entry, but we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to manage my trade to the upside. Right? You can see I'm up 25 bucks already. I have a level right here that I already have on my chart. I'm expecting some resistance or even a flat out rejection at that level. So I'm going to manage my trade. As a scalper, I may just go ahead and lock in my profit. That way it doesn't severely pull back, and at least I bank the money. It's not profit till you bank it. But I'm going to let it run just so you can see what happens as it approaches these levels, right? This is paper money, so it doesn't really matter what happens here. But you can see I got my stop here, right? You can see this shows you the P&L here, what's happening right now. There's a little delay on that. But so I'm expecting resistance right here, right? I'm also getting on top of Coach's 3.0 trend channel. I highly respect it. I swear by this thing. These are mathematically adjusted continuously based on an averages, right, of the trend. And the green, I always respect the green level. I will not enter a trade unless it breaks and holds above it. Same way with the red, I won't enter a trade unless it breaks and holds below it. And as these approach these up there, I will have my finger on the button, expecting either a stop or slowdown or a flat out rejection on the top or the bottom. So now you can see I have this little micro level here. Now if I scroll back, Again, I haven't been trading NQ probably for a good couple of weeks, so I don't really have a good charting here like I normally would, because I've been just so focused on trading gold like a madman. As you can see, it's just for this little level here. I'm guarantee if I go back, I might find some other information there, right? They don't just stop at random places, right? So, anyhow, we are down to 109. We did have 100, what did I say, 160, 150 some people in here on TikTok today, so that's nice to see, right? We now have about less than a half an hour in the trading day, so we're waiting to see if this gets some oomph and wants to break out to the upside, because it is power hour. Anything can happen. They can drive prices up, and they can all sell off at the same time and watch the price. See, now I'm back up in profits, 55 bucks, right? Now these are micros, right? This is not the E-mini. If this was 5 E-minis, you would add a 0 to the end of that number. It'd be $650 profit, right? So, because it's 1 micro is equal to 1 E-mini is equal to 10 micros. So it takes 10. So you would add that number by 10. So $80 would be $800, right? So add a 0 to them profit numbers. That would be $1,100 there, right? Profit if I was trading E-minis, which I do. When I demonstrate, I have a small account that I demonstrate live and trade live for our paid members. I've been trading single micros just to prove the fact that you can make nice money every day. Why gold over NQ? No reason. I love gold. I got gold's number. Let's put it that way, right? NQ, yeah, you can trade that and make big money. I love NQ. Those NQ and gold are my two favorite. But NQ's been kind of violent, right? And it's really shaky at the beginning. I've been trading gold like at 2 o'clock, starting at 2 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. A lot of nice movements between 2 and 5-ish, making very nice money during that time period. And I'll trade to the upside to the downside, up and down, ride that roller coaster, right? So, it's nice to not jump from thing to thing, right? You get distracted. For all I know, gold's going to the moon is a better trade right now, right? Because I took my eye off the price. And I know this time of the day, the volume really drops off, right? It's not that it can't move, it does, right? But I don't give gold, the metals and energies a whole lot of attention this time of the day, because I know as a general rule, the volume drops off on that, right? See, I could have took all that profit up there, and I'm just letting this, so you can see how the candle movements can give or take away very rapidly. This is the current profit, or in this case, loss, right? So, and you can expect that. Right now, the ATR on 1 minute candle on NQ is 60 ticks, right? There's only 4 ticks, right? So this can move $12 in 1 minute, right? That's a lot of movement. It's a lot of money to be made or a lot of money to be lost. Thank you for all the likes and follows. There we go. What was your question? Is it 20 EMA? It's 21. We use the 9, the 21, the 55, the 200 MA, and VWAP. Yes, other people use other things. This is what we found works best for the way we trade here. Coach teaches us that way. Why is that? Because he has 33 years experience in the market. He's been there, done that, tried different things, and he's found over time it's not. There's put it this way: some scalpers will use a 5 EMA or even a 3. Why? It's very reactive that way, right? Well, if we do that, this thing's going to be going like crazy, right? So we found, and Coach found, not we, Coach found that the 9 was kind of a happy medium, obviously it's way away from using a 3. A lot of traders will use a 5. Well, it's very reactive. The 9 kind of smooths it out a little bit. It doesn't get you all nervous, right? Same way with the 21 and the 55. It's just a number, right? It's a measurement of how many candles in this does it count to put the average. Institutions use a 50. Well, we use a 55. It gives it just a little bit longer, right? It gives you a little bit better. There's nothing per se magical about any number. It's just what we choose to use, and there's a reasoning behind it. Sometimes it's a little bit more conservative, not to scare people out. Same way as trading on a 1 minute candle versus a 5 minute. If it makes you too jumpy and nervous to trade a 1 minute candle, raise it up. A lot of people like trading on a 3 minute. Me personally, I like trading on a 1 and a 2 or a 2 minute. I scalp generally on a 1 minute, but if things are a little chaotic, I'll trade all day on a 2 minute. I don't have any issue with that. As a matter of fact, I always was trading on a 2 minute candle or a 1 minute candle, and then one day accidentally I didn't switch my charts and I started scalping. I'm like, and I didn't even know it. One of our paid members pointed out during our live training set, you're on a 2 minute candle. I'm like, after I'd already been on it a long time, I'm like, wow, hey, that was pretty nice trading. I didn't get all nervous and jittery. So I stayed on a 2 minute for the longest time. And generally I will, but 1 minute's still my go-to. So if I'm on it, I'm not going to switch. But things get chaotic and I'm not sure whether I should get out, go to a higher time frame and see what it's showing you, right? It may calm you down and help with your decision on your trading. So that's why you'll hear, well, I like 5 minute candle. Well, that's great. Go ahead, trade on 5 minute. We have members in here in our future membership. They love the 5 minute candle because it smooths things out, right? You see it go red to green, red to green, red to green on a 1 minute or less candle or time frame, you're going to get a little nervous, right? So if you could smooth that out a little bit, see, here's a 5 minute. It's all red all the way down. That's pretty gives you confidence, don't it? But if I look at that on a 1 minute, look at, there was a red, there was a green, there's a red, back to green. The candle's all herky-jerky because it's measuring in 1 minute intervals versus the 5. Look how much smoother that looks, right? Looks a lot, you wouldn't have got all nervous as much on that down one. So there's a rhyme and a reason for doing that, right? So it's all personal preference, of course, right? You do what you like. I'm not going to tell you to always use the 1 minute candle. Not even inferring that. Do what you like, right? How much do I make in a month? I don't know, Nama. How much do you make in a month? Do you have a habit of walking up to total strangers in a mall or at a grocery store and asking them how much they make a month? Is that what you do? Do you go to the grocery store and walk up to somebody you don't know and, hey, how much do you make a month? No, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. I get that question all the time, right? And our paid members know how much I make on a daily. Well, they know how much I've made today, right? But do you really walk up to random people and ask them how much they make? I don't, right? Now, people want to share it. I have no idea how much people in here make a month now, unless they share it. Some people never tell you, never share, and that's fine. That's their business. I'm pretty open with our paid members inside the futures group. They know what I make. They know how much I've made today. Right? When I have nice days, I even tell Coach what I make, right? Some days I forget and he yells at me, makes me cry. Right, Coach? No, he's great to be around. Yeah, matter of fact, I've already posted my profit in the live Zoom chat in here. Our members know where my last count was on my profits, right? I wasn't trading my large account today. I was live trading my small account and I quit trading. And then we were watching this gold go crazy here. And I'm like, I'm calling out levels for our members. Watch here, watch there. Wasn't telling them when to buy and sell, but I was just making them aware of critical levels, right? And I was like, you know what? This thing's not stopping. And I'm like, I got to jump back into this with my big account. And I did that. I was doing it off the side in private, right? You don't see it on, I'm not going to share that account with you on live, right? Not here to impress anybody, but no, I'm not going to tell you how much I make in a month. Let's just say it's nice. I can pay my bills without any problem, right? Hits it. Yes, sometimes questions do get filtered. We see that happen from. I've typed stuff in there in replies to people and it gets filtered. Try maybe putting a number in front of the word or something you think's getting filtered out. I mean, unless you're flat out cursing or something, right? That does happen. I haven't had to see anybody say that lately, but it does happen from time to time, right? Put a number or a symbol in something in front of words or whatever, or rephrase it. Maybe it'll let it come through, right? We do see that occasionally. To rephrase your question, maybe. So, yeah, Nam, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. No, I'm not going to tell you how much I make a month any more than I would ask a random stranger how much they make. I do well. Coach is trained up. He's had over 14 millionaires he's made, right? And all but 2 of them have never had any trading experience in their life, right? So you can, does that mean you're going to be a millionaire if you join American Dream Trading? Absolutely not. Does not mean that. Not even implying it. Can you? Yes, you can. It doesn't happen overnight. Can it happen overnight? Yeah, we had one person that made $1 million his first month. Now, is that normal? No, that's a unicorn, right? It's never happened since, right? But, over time, you develop a skill. You learn how to do this. You may start out making only $10 a trade, but as you get more experience, you might start making 20. You may start making hundreds, right? And it builds up over time as you gain skills and experience, right? And learn how to interpret your charts and all that. All these skills build up over time, and then the money will just naturally follow, right? As long as you follow the rules and apply the skills that Coach teaches here every day. And paid membership has its privileges. Head on over to our website, which is American Dream Trading, and grab those paid memberships. We start training as early as 4 a.m. Eastern time for up to 12 hours per day, depending on the membership level. All right? So, and we also still have those 3 programs that are free 7-day trials, absolutely free, with all the benefits and privileges of a paid membership for up to 7 days. We have the premium membership, which is live Zoom call training with Coach and the other training moderators starting at 8:45 Eastern time every day, Monday through Friday. We have the crypto program for free for 7 days. They have a live training Zoom call starting at 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Occasionally they'll have some pop-up trainings, and they also have, within our Discord, they do education and training in there also. And also we have the one that's the best of all of them. I don't care what Coach wants to tell you. The best one of all is the futures, which is what I'm involved with. We have live training and a live Zoom call with myself and other training moderators and members starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Those are absolutely free for 7 days. I don't know what's holding you back. We had a couple free members in here today, and they participated. It was nice to see them here. And they didn't have any trouble joining, right? So, recommend any sites for... yeah, I don't really get what you're trying to tell me there. I know you're trying it a different way. I'm a little dense there, Height. I'm just not getting it. Maybe somebody else, one of the other moderators, who knows what you're saying. I just a little dense. I'm a boomer. I'm a little slow in the head, right? Half the brain cells and 3/4 the brain cells I had at one time are gone. Anyway, let me look over here on the YouTubes. What questions we got on there? Is it normal to be nervous during trades? Well, yeah, especially when you're starting out. You're putting real money on the line, right? If you screw up, make a wrong decision, are you not costing your family money? Heck, you might blow your mortgage payment or your car payment or your electric bill, right? Yeah, you should be concerned when you enter a trade. Now, nervous, yes. When you first start, you'll have that, right? Because you're unsure of your skills, right? But over time, you gain confidence. You gain the skills necessary to trade successfully. And as you get more successful trades in sequence, you're more red or more green than you are red, right? Day after day, that builds confidence, and those nerves will start to dissipate. It takes, everybody's different. Some people are nervous traders to this day after years, right? Depends part on your personality. But you'll learn over time as you gain time and experience. You'll start to trade more robotically. That's the goal, right? Try to keep the emotions on it, keep your head straight. If you're nervous and you're wondering, I don't know what to do, yes, that's going to affect your trading. So you have to keep your emotions under control. And like we talked about a little bit earlier, the psychology of trading is the hardest part of trading. It ain't nothing for me to come up here and click a button. I can buy and sell in a heartbeat, right? It ain't nothing to clicking a mouse. 4-year-old can do it, right? It's the psychology. It's what's up here, dealing with ourselves and our own emotions. You want to know what you're really like? Become a day trader. You'll learn more about yourself than you care to know, right? How you react. So, and Trading in the Zone is a very popular book. We highly recommend it. You should get that and read it. It deals with that very thing, dealing with the psychology of trading and the things that we do and how we talk her into doing dumb things, right? Right. Now, there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. I do stupid things all the time. Ignorance can be fixed, right? Through training and time, right? So you're developing a skill. You're going to make a lot of mistakes as you grow as a trader. You're going to make poor decisions. That's why we always tell people, and it's one of our mottos, train more, trade less. Especially when you first start. We don't even want you funding an account. You're here to train. You're here to listen, take notes, and ask questions. 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 See a theme there in my little sentence? What do you think you're supposed to do? Right? So, then, you know, once the lingo and the principles that we're teaching here, they'll start to click. They'll all start to make sense. When you first get there, your brain is going to be like mush, right? The information that we provide you, you're going to hear so many different things, and a lot of it won't make a lick of sense. But as you keep hearing it and seeing it at work in real time, it'll start to make sense. I firmly believe anybody can do this if you put in the time and the effort and don't rush the process. Don't try getting the cart before the horse. Some people believe this isn't for everybody. Well, the ones that give up that quit because they didn't really put in the right effort, they didn't spend the time to get the true education on doing it. They tried it. You can't come in here with the attitude of try, right? Well, I'll try it. That's kind of mean you're going to halfway do it, right? You can't come in here. You got to come in here and you want to accomplish something, right? So, as we can see, I'm sorry, let me get back over to NQ. I forgot I switched to gold. I don't want to be looking at gold. I want to be looking at NQ. Why? Because NQ is coming down to a critical level down here. It's coming down to Coach's 3.0 indicators, which are part of your paid membership with VIP Gold, Diamond, or Futures memberships. And it helps you make decisions on when to enter trades. It doesn't tell you to, but it does in a roundabout way once you understand what it is telling you, and that's part of your training. But no, it doesn't tell you when to buy or sell. But this whole thing you see here, this is a huge novel. I can look at this, I can pull up any chart, and then within less than a second tell you if I want to enter the trade. I can also tell you if I want to enter the trade, what is my criteria for entering a trade to the upside? What is my criteria for entering a trade to the downside? I can do that literally in under a second, right? Because my brain has been trained. I know what to see, what to look for. Now, I can flip to any one of these charts at random right now and tell you that. It would actually take me longer to tell you what my decision was than it was to make it, because I got to verbalize it, right? So if I go look at the Russell, do I want to, let me shrink this down. Do I want to enter this trade? I could to the downside. It is on a downward trend. Do I really want to? No, because I'm approaching this trend line here down, right? A better trade would wait for the break and hold below it. Now I can play it up, down. It's just kind of all jammed up. We're running out of time and we're in the middle of the channel, right? So just by looking at this, it has broken, hold below the 9. I can scalp this, and I would, right? For a long-term trade, no, but it would be a definite scalp. So, and the rest of these are all going to look the same right now anyway, so really no sense of me doing what I just said I was going to do. But NQ is now breaking to the upside. I want to see a break and hold here. If this can break and hold above the 21, I can do a quick scalp. I can get in and out of this, right? I can go bang, bang, right? There I am. I'm in the trade. There I'm in. I can see if this can break and hold. Was this a smart trade? No. It's a very risky thing to do. Did break and hold above the 21. I want to see that, right? But look, you know, I could have took that, right? There I'm up 130. I'm going to watch here. Right here is a breakthrough. This will probably pull back right here. Bang, bang. Why is it going to pull back? Because Coach's 3.0 indicators draws this automatic trend line on here for me. And I maximize I click sell right there at that trend line. Maximize my gains by clicking that. And look what it did. Pulled back immediately. Bang, bang, in and out on a scalp. That was, I don't know what it said, $120 or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not real money anyway. But you saw it live. I just did that. If you missed it, well, guess what? This broadcast is automatically reposted over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. You can go back and review that. That was at 3:50 on the clock, right? So go check it out, right? If this keeps up with NQ, there may be a 2 in my number. They're paid members. It's hard to say for sure, right? Pretty close to 1 anyway.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. You know what? It's like taking candy from a baby. I hate making babies cry. Not really. I like make babies cry, take their money, make the markets cry, right? So, anywho, it's not too far off. It's 1 trade away, but right now it's not looking good for entering the trade.
Don't chase it.
Huh?
Don't chase it.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, it don't really matter at this point, right?
Nope. Doesn't.
You know, You do like
But
to
we-
see that other digit, though, don't you? You know, I don't care who you are.
We
You can tell what digit I
talk
want to
about it
see, right?
often.
Look at the Zoom chat.
Oh, you're not that. Good Lord, you're not that far away.
No, that's one. That's a 5-second
It's
trade.
I was going to say it's 5 ticks.
There you go. You do the math.
That's really close.
5
Yeah.
ticks. 5 ticks. Well, let's see. Can we get 5 ticks on this trade here? I don't know.
Not
Let's
in
see.
here. Wait for a better setup.
What? How dare you?
Wait for a better
Do
setup.
you doubt? Do you dare doubt? What's the matter? How
not
do you not?
challenging
Did
you,
you
that's
just?
for
Oh, I'm
sure.
sorry. Are you a new member that just joined today? Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
Right.
Okay. What did I say? How long it would take? 5 seconds?
5 seconds.
Well, I didn't get everything I wanted, but what I got was good enough. Just saying. All right. Just saying. All right. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Him lagging means that he's still in it.
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, he got out when it hit the 55, I'll bet.
Yeah.
You guys act like you know how I trade around here. What's up with that? What is up with
Get out of
that?
my head.
Huh? What's up with that?
That was a crazy setup that you took, though.
What?
Well, at least on the last trade.
Oh, come on.
That was crazy.
Oh, wasn't. I did the break and hold of the I did the break of the 21, played it in the cloud of the 55. I do that all day long.
Yeah. Actually,
Is it for the faint of heart? Oh, obviously not. But when you only got to be in something for 5 seconds because you said, that's only a 5-second trade. Well, I had to prove you right. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. The power of money, right? It is.
Our position size.
There you go. There's the position size, right? Oop, wrong one. There we go. That was the old one. Here's the new one. There you go. Bang, bang.
Beautiful.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Coach, you still in here? Or did he already leave?
Beautiful.
Did he leave without saying goodbye?
I don't know. He might have.
He might
A
have.
busy guy.
I don't know. He is busy. I'm surprised he came in today. That's great. All right. Here we go.
He pops in from
Better
time
let
to
him
time.
know, just to be nice. All right. There we go. Bang, bang. That's double the last amount I told him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Anyway, hang on here. Let me go. We got about less than 5 minutes. Let me go up here and see. Can I sell now, brother? Well, I'm not your brother. Should you sell? That's up to you. I can never tell you whether to buy or sell anything. We are not licensed financial advisors, and as such, we can never give you financial investment or tax advice anytime. Everything you see on my screen is for educational and training purposes only. Never mimic anything you see or try to mirror anything you see on our screen. Number one, you're already on a 20 to 45 second delay live from when it happened. Look at that nice pull. Let's see. How do we get the indicators and learn how to use it? Well, you join AmericanDreamTrading.com. If you buy a VIP Gold, Diamond, or Futures membership, this is included with your paid membership, the ones you see on my screen. Now, you do have to have TradingView subscription. Has nothing to do with American Dream Trading. Now, are not associated with them in any way. It's purely optional. So you get this look of what we have. Now, this is not even everything that's on here. I have half the stuff turned off. Right, it can get pretty crowded, but that does come with your paid membership at those members. It does not come with the premium membership, so the base membership. So anyhow, yes, great question. Thank you. So that is part of your paid membership, as long as you're a paid member. Right. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. Hopefully you learned a little bit. We traded gold for the majority of the program until it died, and then actually, the better trades at that time after the gold was this, right? All right. C-Mac, you still awake? You still in it? What are you doing? Are you still going? Are you happy with the outcome?
Trading. Sorry, can't talk. Sorry. Hold on.
Uh-oh. She's still in something. Never mind. Don't stay in a trade, right? There you go. So I do thank you for being here. We are live 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm live from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have the Aftermarket Show over on our YouTube channel, which starts at the top of the hour, 4 p.m. daily. And you can also find over 2,800 free training videos over on our YouTube channel, which is called American Dream Trading. Check it out. I highly recommend you go to the tab section of our YouTube channel. There you'll find our videos organized by topic, and I highly recommend you start with Coach's 2-minute EWO trading strategy. That'll get your feet wet, get you a good foundation to start with. It's probably one of the finest, most powerful trading strategies you can use. I'm a scalper. What you saw me doing was scalping, right? That's not for everybody. It's very stressful, very high risk, right? So, we always, like we say here at American Dream Trading, always train first, trade last, right? That's not what we say. How do we say it? I went brain dead. Train more, trade less. That's it. It's you know, that one other brain cell, you know. Train more, trade less. Matter of fact, we don't even want you coming here getting a funded account. We want you to listen, take notes. Listen, take notes. Listen, take notes, start asking questions. Listen, take notes, ask questions. Listen, take notes, ask questions, right? You can't do anything. A brain surgeon don't just get a saw and a hammer and a chisel on the first day in school and just say, oh, I'm a brain surgeon, right? And go to work. Can he crack a skull open, right? Can he get to the brain?
Bet your ass they did back in the olden days, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure. That's experimentation. Didn't work too well for the patients. Not any more than it would today. I want my brain surgeon trained, right? Well, you know, if a brain surgeon is going to spend all that time and money and energy to learn something that's a highly required skill, a highly sought after skill, well, why would that be any different with you when you have your family's money and well-being that you're trading? Do you want to just ruin your family by flushing all your money down the toilet? You know, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. We don't want to do that. That just doesn't make any common sense. Get to training first, just like a brain surgeon would, right? You need to grow and learn. Take the time. You weren't making money trading futures or stocks or options or crypto yesterday. Why are you in such a hurry today? Get that trading first. Best way to do that is pick up one of our paid memberships. We've been talking about the promos off and on all day. You can find additional information and current pricing over at our website, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Thank you all for being here. Anybody come in contact between now and the end of the day and we meet again, try to be an encourager, not a discourager. We've got a whole world full of people that want to crap on other people and tear them down for no good reason. The person you're talking to may have a big old smile on her face and seem happy, but you don't know what really hides behind that smile. Always assume somebody needs encourage, whether it's the person handling your checkout at the grocery line. Well, if you want to go encourage people on purpose, go to any retail store, because those poor people, as I know for a fact that my wife used to work retail, they get crapped on all day. Excuse my French. But people, people feel the need that they can mistreat retail workers. So, hey, if you want to go on a mission to encourage people, go to your nearest retail store, whatever it is, and go in there with energy and enthusiasm and brighten up their day, whatever you want to do it. But so be one of them type of people. Don't be the Debbie Downers that want to drag everybody down. I make fun that I'm a boomer and I'm grouchy all the time, and I kind of am, but that's beside the point. Most of it's an act. Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's real boomers. But anyway, we got enough of those kind of people in the world, right? So, well, thank you for being here today. We will see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow. So make sure you have those notifications turned on all your social media programs. And we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.